Hey smokers, Duraga One here. Yeah, you wish. No, this is Midnight Mechanic. I have no idea what Duraga One's up to. We got a package in the mail. I don't know what it is yet. I don't know. It seems like it's a mystery package, so it could be anything. Hey world. So, let's see how I can make this as dangerous as possible and see if I can get banned on YouTube. Okay, there's some perforation. It'd be really nice to use if you can just. But then they slapped this big ass sticker on the top of it. So then you gotta. No, we'll just cut through it. I guess Amazon, we're gonna cut through it. There we go. Go along the dotted line. You guys ready? I don't even know what's in this. That's the wrong hand. What is this? Don't know. This is an MSI Z590 Unify. Made for an Intel Core processor. It's Optane memory ready, which, you know, if you get an Intel Optane memory, you can use this. It's kind of built in. I mean, that's the thing. Their Optane memory modules will work with an Intel motherboard. Duh. Lightning Gen 4. So it's got your PCIe 4.0 support. It is. Oh. It's got a little carrying handle. I like that. Never know when you're going to take your motherboard out of your computer and put it in the carrying case. Oh, let's see here. I can't count that high, but it's got a buttload of USB ports in the back. It's got USB 2.0, it's got two of those. The motherboard I'm using has got 2.0, it's got two 2.0. The rest of these are 3.0. Gen 1. And then you got your Gen 2 down here for the flash drive for the flash to BIOS. And then you got this for the what is it, USB Type C for, well, charging your phone up. But also, if you're using your phone a lot and you got data on there, you can put it on there. It's 20 gigs per second. It's fast. Quadruple M.2 connectors. It has 4 of them. Where's the camera at? There we go. 4. It's got 4 of them. That's not enough. 3 of them are Gen 4. The 4th one is Gen 3. Or, what do you call it? Yeah. It's 3.0 instead of 4.0. Extreme power design. What did they say on here? Mirrored power arrangement with 16 plus 2 plus 1 phases and 90 amps smart power stage. Smart power stage. Unleash the true power. Yep. 90 amps. 90 amps on each of those VRMs. That's a lot of power. Got Wi-Fi built in, plus Bluetooth. CPU supports 10th and 11th gen. Let's see here. Pentium Gold and Celeron processors. Nobody gets Pentium Gold or Celeron. LGA 1200. This is a generation below the 1700 LGA. LGA 1700, which is 12th and 13th gen. Performance-wise, dollar for dollar, you're not going to see too much difference between this an 11th gen processor and 12th and 13th as far as feature set's concerned. Performance, you know, you have more cores on those, but you can get 8 cores on this just fine. No problem. One PCIe 4.0 by 16. So that one PCI 3.0. That's a by 4. Okay, by 4. So these, and then I think the other ones are by 1. Yeah, these are 3.0s. That's 3.0 by 4, and that's your by 16. This has armor around it, so if you got a really heavy graphics card, at least these are pretty substantial. Now I would raise the graphics card up, use a bracket, anything, cabling, anything to be able to keep the weight off of the PCB. A lot of these cards are notorious for cracking. Not the motherboard, but the graphics card itself is known for cracking along the bottom of the PCB. Here's an outline of back of the motherboard. So USB 3.2 Gen 1, 5 gigabytes per second, which is sufficiently fast enough for your devices. This is your device plugins right here. Then you got 2.0 for older hardware. A steering wheel only works with 2.0. So yeah, I had to have that. HDMI. If you're using DVI, you convert the DVI to HDMI, no problem. This, of course, only works if you have onboard graphics on your processor. So if you have an F model CPU, you won't be able to use that. 2.5 gig LAN. A lot of them are just 1 gigahertz. This is 2.5 gigs. Fast. This was important. This is also an Intel LAN controller. Not a Realtek. This is an Intel, genuine Intel. You can't get an AMD motherboard with an Intel LAN. Why would they? Why would they contract themselves out and say, yeah, okay, we'll provide you our hardware? They ain't going to do that. And price-wise, dollar for dollar, I'm going to tell you something. They're going to say that AMD's cheaper than Intel. No, it ain't. This right now, you can pick these up. If you can still find them, they were pricing these for $129. The same exact motherboard for AMD, the exact same model, the X570, which is their top line model, their X570 Unify, has less USB ports. It's got a little bit less feature sets, but also it's $200. So you're going to be about $400 or $500 into building your PC with their hardware, with AMD, compared to this. Pick this up for $130 if you can still find it on sale, which I'm pretty sure you probably can, and a processor. 11th gen stuff, really cheap. Expect to pay from $150 to $200 for a decent one. I'm not going to tell you all my trade secrets until I get the hardware that I need. Once I get that, then I'll tell you about that. Got your VRMs here, and they're all heat sink. But right now, you're probably wanting to see what's inside. Oh. This display looks like it's been beat up a lot. They beat the corners of it. Not really as insulated as I was hoping for. Ooh, it's heavy. I'm hoping it's not broken up. Man, side until I figure out what's going on with this. This is just a retainer. So just pull it out of there. What's going on? I swear it's like somebody just whacked the shit out of it. Like where that was placed at, it's like right there on the... It's heavy. I'll tell you that. It's heavy. Heavy piece of kit. Now this is taped. Static free bag. So that's nice. I need to see on the back of this. Okay. I didn't know if it was like don't open, void of open. It doesn't have armor on it or anything, so you got to be careful installing this. Don't have power going to it when you're putting it in, and make sure that everything's nice and seated. Okay, that right there. Woo! Mounting hold. Yeah, I think somebody did whack the shit out of this thing. Damn. I mean, for being brand new, holy shit. This is off. Make sure nothing's broken. Right there. So we gotta get that fixed. 'Cause that ain't gonna work. Sure that everything's good. Suck to have to take this back. Just because of how they shipped it. So, you got your 4 DIMM slots. I'm just being very careful because it just looks like it's been through hell and back. This is not right. That's got way too much tension on it. And that right there is not even going down the hole. So I do have a screwdriver set. I'm going to take some tension off of it. Alright, I'm going to get my screwdriver. Okay guys, this has become a rant video. Due to Amazon's anti-boxing policy, all they gave me was a manufacturer's box. You saw it on video. So you have video evidence here. Okay? So that's all they sent me, right? Look at that. Look at the seats. Look at the seats where this heat sink goes. That's the heat sink. It's supposed to be over here. Somebody kicked it, beat that. Look at the box. Look at the box. I'm like, okay, maybe the box, you know, the box is gonna be pretty well insulated. Look at it. Look at the fucking corners. Look at that. And this was delivered not far from my house. Like this is coming from a city, little village, not too far from my house. Yeah, there's a fulfillment center up there, an Amazon fulfillment center. So that's where this came from. You're gonna tell me in that time frame, this got kicked over. You guys saw that on there. It was over like that. So obviously unusable until I get this reseated. But these little pin retainers go in those holes right there. And somebody whacked the shit out of it so hard Hell, I think that's PCB material on there. So you know what that means? That means this motherboard's most likely dead. So, I got a dead motherboard. I got to go through the return policy, the whole process, because of their fuck up. Because this thing is perfect otherwise. Like, not manufactured defect or nothing like that. That's all shipping. All of it, shipping. Who does that? Who whacks the shit? Who, as a delivery service, as a delivering company, doesn't box up expensive electronics? Imagine if this motherboard was one of those $1,000 motherboards, and let's say you had like a week to build the computer, or maybe you got a client that needs the shit like immediately. Like if I was fulfilling a client's order and trying to build a computer, and you get this shit, who do you think they're going to be pissed at? Me or Amazon? See, I got to be pissed at Amazon. Ain't no sense in that. I don't know whether this thing is dead or not. I have no means of testing it. I don't have a processor yet. So I'd have to get a processor, run power to this thing, see whether or not I get a trouble code on there. Because as soon as I get a diagnostic where it's fucked, I can run my old video card and see I can do some out of the case testing. But at the same time, that's going to take a while, and I'll lose the time to return this. And now these motherboards are going for, they used to be 120, now they're going up to 200. They might go back, they're fluctuating. So, like I said, if I could find one for 129, but I don't know. I could probably attempt to reseat it, because those might just be ground holes if that's all it is. Because, I mean, this is not going to be going to anything. But still, to like strip the PCB, you can see it. You can see the little, see that brown shit all over it? Yeah, that's the PCB. That's that insulating ring around there. I don't see many leads. This striping here, that's just a design thing, but as long as the leads aren't damaged, I might still be able to use this. Maybe. But that still just flat pisses me off that their anti-box policy, I'm going to be paying for their anti-box policy. This is the result. If you don't want to put it in boxes and insulate it, you beat the shit out of the boxes. You don't beat the shit out of the manufacturer's box that the product comes in, because it's not going to be insulated. This is ridiculous. I just wanted to show something off, and it's like, that just ruins the moment, you know? So anyway, it's got good heat sinks. You take this tape off here, and yeah, it's got thermal pads for your M.2. You have your M.2 down there, 2 of these. You have 4 DIMM slots, VRM heat sinks, which are gigantic. Got these huge VRM. You got a whole heat sink there, which I think it's got. Yep, it's got thermal pads there. There's all your USB ports. There's plastic on it. I'm going to leave that on until we're ready to install. Let's see here. There should be there's a 3.0 header right there. Right there, definitely want that. But yeah, all your M.2 drives are heat sinked. So, and it is a really good quality build. All these metal pieces are actually sharp. They're machined very well. This is nice and sharp. Whew. Cut glass with that. That's loose. That might got kicked. I just hope I'll have to inspect the whole thing. We're gonna leave this on there because as soon as you get the processor in, it's got your 24 pin. It has two 8-pin connectors to power the processor. Even for 11th gen, yeah, it's good to have that much power. And then you got this, another 6-pin down here for PCI power. Audio is the, let's see here, if I even say what it is. I know it's a 4080. The codec is a 4080. I'm trying to remember what the, I don't think it's going to say on the box, but it's just going to say like HD audio. It's got spit if out, and then all these are configurable, so you can have 7.1 surround sound. Got your power and reset buttons there. Really nice feature. Diagnostic display right here. That's really nice to have. You have your RGB headers here. There's 2 of them actually. Here's your off on for BIOS. I'm gonna leave that in the on position. And the reason being is because that does have a battery in it, and you switch it off, it might flash to BIOS. Not a good thing. You got a system fan there. So that's 1. That's 5 there. Number 5. Here we go. System fan. Number 2, 3, 4. And there's number 6. There's number. There we go. There's number 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then down here's number 6. 6 system fans. So if you got 6 system fans in your computer, you can run them off the motherboard. And then you have your pump fan and a CPU fan. So it does have support for water cooling. It's a nice feature to have on these modern motherboards because your older ones ain't going to have that. Yeah, it's pretty substantial there. That might be the only thing that was saving the... That looks like it's been damaged. I would say that's been fucking damaged. If that little... I'm not kidding. This is how sensitive these things are. I'm going to get this. Look. See the top of that? See how there's a little bit of a chip there on the top as soon as it stops being blurry. Come on, focus. Come on. It's got to refocus. I can't get it to focus. Yeah, there's a little chip on there. If that little diode right there is damaged, it could kill the motherboard. It's like little things like that to where, can I blame the delivery driver? No, because they don't know what's in the packages. They ain't gonna know. They're gonna beat the shit out of any of them and all of them just because, well, they trust the boxes to be able to hold up to this. To this. So, can't blame the delivery driver. Who I can blame is Amazon directly for packaging. That's their packaging solution. They put it in a fucking bag. I'm sorry, but that is excruciatingly disappointing, especially when I've got, what, 10 days to get a system built? I got a game coming up that I want to stream. I got Edison Motors. He's got his truck. He's got a mod for a game that I want to get. in stream. I want to stream that mod. He's got a truck he wants to showcase on. He's got a truck on. He's going to get a truck on American Truck Simulator. I want this system built by then. That right there is going to cost me time. It cost me time, and it probably maybe even cost me money. Who knows? I don't feel like fucking with Amazon right now to tell them, hey, pick your shit up. I got to go and get another one. Now, if they got another one in their fulfillment center, which this took, I ordered this in July 30th, and it took them this long to get here. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to order another one and hope that it doesn't take another 2 fucking weeks to get here. They also fucked up and I don't know. They needed my financial information again, so I had to resubmit it. Then they're like, "Oh well, gee, I ordered it back in July and nothing seemed faulty then, but then I get it. You know, it's like the day before I get it here, and they're like, something ain't right. Your card was declined." And it's like, wait, how is my card declined when you confirmed the order back in July? So as grateful as I am to get this thing here, I most likely have to send this back, not just because of the missing insulation on the PCB, but also the damage on that diode. That damage on that diode could affect performance. It could be a dead motherboard on arrival. I mean, that got whacked the shit out of. Maybe it's just PCB on there. I don't know. But it definitely looks like a chip in that little diode. That's just... Come on, Amazon. You got to do better than this. This is embarrassing. You guys don't want to box up your... You don't want to put anything in boxes. Manufacturer sent it along there. Your fulfillment center. You box things up. You can box things up. Who do I blame? Do I blame the person that shipped it? Guess what? It's Amazon. Amazon Services, LLC. Alright, guys. Hopefully I'll be able to do a PC build. I wanted to surprise you guys. Yes, we are rebuilding. We got the case. Got the motherboard. There's a few more things I got to get. But in the meantime, this Midnight Mechanic signing off. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If Amazon thinks this is okay, I would seriously consider, like, you know, calling Amazon out, because this is just practically customer abuse right here. This is so... It was so simple. It was excruciatingly simple. And they don't even want to do that. They don't even want to do the bare minimum of putting a motherboard in a box. I got a manufactured box, but that they ought to know that was not sufficient enough. You don't do that. You don't send things. The only other thing, I've got that shifter knob, but the shifter knob had foam in it. This does not have foam in it. There's more things in this box I wanted to show you guys, but damn it all. I gotta send this back. This is ridiculous.